Hello everyone. There are a lot of disagreement as to the time of the birth of the Messiah. As you know, every year we celebrate the time of his birth at around December. And by we, I don't mean me, but majority of the people in the world and the Christians, they celebrate that in December, and they believe it was in December. However, many Christian scholars have argued for other dates, such as spring and summer, and some other times. What I would like to discuss with you here, and again, this is something that you hear from me from this channel for the first time in the past 1400 years, is that actually the Quran tells us the time of the birth of the Messiah. So Quran, as I have mentioned, is very detailed and is very specific. The Quran tells us the exact date, exact month and time of the year. It doesn't give us the day, but it tells us at what time of the year he was born and pinpoints it to a specific month in the year. So inshallah, with Allah's help, I'm going to share with you what our Creator, what Allah has taught me. So inshallah, from now on, you can actually read the Quran and know when Jesus Christ, Isa, son of Maryam, the promised Messiah who will come back for a second coming, was born, the month of it. Okay, so without further ado, let's look at chapter 19, which really is a beautiful chapter. It's packed with so much knowledge, so much divine knowledge is packed in this chapter of the Quran. So let's read verse number 24 of chapter 19. It says, but he, by he it means the baby Jesus, called her from below and said, do not grieve. Your Lord has provided beneath you a stream. And then we go to 1925, and this is the verse in just a few words, really 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 words. Our Creator tells us the time, the month of the birth of the Messiah, and also an approximate location for his birth. So what does it say? It says, وَهُذِّي إِلَيْكِ بِجِذْعِ النَّخْلَةِ تُسَاقِطْ عَلَيْكَ رُطَبًا جَنِيًّا. It means shake toward you the trunk of the palm tree, and it will drop upon you ripe, fresh dates. So what we know from this verse is that basically Maryam at this point is at a place, wherever it is, this location, there are palm trees over there. And also it says a season when you have ripe yet very fresh dates. So you have the time, so this will give you the time, and this will give you the approximate location. Now I'm going to show you what it is. So first, let's look at the word janiyan. So this was rotaban janiyan. It says fresh dates, basically fresh fruits of date palms. So jani means like freshly plucked fruits. These are fresh dates. Anything that is fresh and is recently plucked from the tree, but still fresh. It's not the fruit that has been sitting on the tree, for example, for several months. It's just got ripe and it's fresh. That is a jani. Rotaban jani, and fresh yet ripe fruit of the tree. So that is janiyan. Now this is from Israel 21c. It's an article. You can look it up yourself. You can Google it. You can look it up. It tells us about the date season that has been going on in that area for thousands of years. You can read the article yourself. I'm not going to read the entire article. I'm just going to focus on some important paragraphs in it. So let's read this paragraph together. It says, now not only are Israelis avid consumers of magnesium and potassium-rich dates, but they're also pretty good at growing them. The mighty trees can be spotted all along Israel's eastern border, from the kibbutzim outside of Eilat in the south up to the Sea of Galilee in the north. So right there and then, this paragraph is telling you that where you have palm trees in that region is basically on the eastern border of the land, on the eastern side of it. Now we're going to look at the map. Let's read another part. In the other paragraph, and that's this one, it says their peaking season. What is it talking about? It's talking about the dates. Called Gadid in Hebrew. So it's a thing. Starts in late summer and continues to October. So it stops in October. October is done, but it starts in late summer and continues to October. And what is October? October is literally the first month of fall. So it's about a month. Now let's read together again another article. These are very easy. You can Google them about the date season. You can find it yourself. But I'm making it easier for you. So I'm only going to read this paragraph, and actually only this part here at the end, at the bottom of the page. It says the date palm trees, they typically begin to bear fruit in April or May. So in April or May, they start bearing fruits, but the fruits are not ripe. Remember, the verse tells us specifically, every word in that verse has been put in place for a reason. So it says they typically begin to bear fruit in April or May and are ripe for picking around late August to September. So late August to September, which is what? Which is the last month of summer. So in Arabic, we call this what? What month is this in Arabic? It's the month of Sha'aban. I'm going to write it also here in Arabic as well. So it's the month of Sha'aban. This is the last month of summer. And right after Sha'aban, what month do you have? You have the month of Ramadan. So Ramadan is the first month of fall. So this is a late August to September. But I'm not going to end over there. We're going to go look at harvest times in Israel. So this is really important that you actually know that. So this is a very important piece of information that you want to know. And this is not the current harvest time. This is actually the ancient harvest time in Israel. So I'm going to read this part so that you can know that. It says the following harvest times in ancient Israel are obtained from the Reader's Digest book entitled Jesus and His Time. So this is the ancient harvest time in the state of Israel. They have researched, I'm not going to go through how they came up with that, but they have researched the Bible, Dead Sea Scrolls, and based on the documents, they have come up with this. And it still pretty much is the same, right? Not much has changed. So basically, let's look at the date harvest time now. So the date harvest time is here. So this is what you want to actually know and familiarize yourself. So this is date harvest. You see that? Also summer fix. So date harvest and summer fix. What month? It's again late August to September. So this is end of summer, the last month of summer, right before the first month of fall or autumn, which is the month of Ramadan. But the last month of summer, what month is it? Again, we did talk about it. It's the month of Sha'aban. So Sha'aban, the month of Sha'aban, and I'm going to again write it here as well. So this is the month of Sha'aban. So this is the time that the dates off of the palm tree are rotaban janiya. It means they are fresh dates off the tree, fresh dates. So the verse is actually pinpointing the month in which the Messiah was born. It was not in December. It was not in October, in November. It was the last month of summer between August and September. Remember, our months are different from the month of biblical months and also original Islamic months, which is actually the same as the biblical months. But what it is, in Arabic, they call, that's what it falls between August and September. It's the month of Sha'aban. But the verse also tells us that obviously where Maryam was, there were palm trees. And the palm tree was obviously fresh palm tree, fresh fruit producing, date producing palm tree. It tells us it's on the eastern border of Israel with Jordan. So, where is the eastern border? It mentioned actually, the article that I read you, this is the eastern border. You see, we are passing by, this is Petra here. So we are passing by here, we come up, Jerusalem is here, and we go up. So this is the eastern border. Considering that probably Maryam was around the area of Jerusalem, so this is interestingly the area of where they found the Dead Sea Scrolls in Qumran caves. So it probably was somewhere around this area. So it's just, we can be probably somewhere around this area. I don't know for sure, but we know it was obviously on the eastern border. And because this is the area that it was very close to Jerusalem and the temple, and very close to everything is on the eastern border where the palm trees grow as well. So, but just because we are here, so I would like really to mention this is the Holy Land. So this whole thing, this is the Holy Land. So it's Jordan and Israel. The Israelites, children of Israel, are over there, and children of Ishmael are down here, and obviously children of Lot were located here. So this is basically that is the Holy Land. So let's go back to the verse. So as you can see, this is the beauty of this book. This is why I love this book, because it's just beautiful. It gives you so much information, but it says it in a manner that not everyone understands. Remember, I read you the verse from the book of Mark. Again, Allah makes you understand it if He wants you to understand it. That's how He works. So He has put it over there. And look at the current Muslims. They have all these books of hadith. Please go read all their books of hadith, Bukhari, Muslim. Just go gather all their books together. Tell me if anywhere in those books, I challenge all the priests of Akbar, or the Sunni scholars, Shia scholars, gather together all your documents, put together all your documents, all your books, all the wisdom and the nonsense that you inherited from your fathers, from the religion of your fathers that you follow. See where in those documents it teaches you this. Where in those documents it teaches you the month of the birth of the Messiah. Where? Show me. I want to see. This is a challenge for anyone to see those documents, those books don't teach anything. They are a bunch of lies and rumors and hearsay that has been passed down, and unfortunately the current Muslims follow the religion of their fathers. Just exactly the same thing that Quran tells us not to do. We have to follow the word of God. We are servants of Allah. We only have to follow His word, His books. That's it. That's the purpose of the book. For us to follow it. Not for us to associate with Allah's words another book, whatever it might be. You might name it Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslims, Kafi. I mean, depending on Shia, Sunni, there's so many. It doesn't matter. All of them serve the same purpose. These are books, these are words, these are sayings, religious instructions that you're associating with Allah and His words. You have to wake up. When do you wake up from this satanic coma that you are in? Anyway, peace and blessings to all of you. I hope you learned this. Again, this is something that you hear for the first time from me and from this channel. And inshallah, really I would say a discussion that is going on amongst Christians, Muslims, in terms of when Jesus was born. And really no one has any data, any information to present. Hopefully it can come to an end. Actually, Quran tells us it was the last month of summer, late August and September, which is the month of Sha'ban, when he was born. And from this we can understand when John the Baptist or Yahya was born, because Yahya was born 6 months before Isa. So Yahya was born in the first month of spring, around March time. So, and then Isa was born about 6 months after him. So as you can see, Quran clarifies literally with this verse the birth month of two of the major prophets of our Creator, Prophet Yahya or John the Baptist, and Prophet Isa, son of Maryam, also known as Jesus Christ, the Messiah. So peace and blessings to all of you.